So, Kenobi Episode 5. Spoiler warning. You have been warned for spoilers ahead. This is just going to be nothing but a short video as a prelude to the Chosen Live that is later tonight. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Much better. Much better. Not perfect. Still a few problems here or there. I've still got my gripes. Natalie Holt's soundtrack in this one was better. But it's still, again, it's a weak point for me of the show. The show has missed the mark with the soundtrack, in my opinion. Just my opinion. The fighting was much better in this one. Vader versus Reva, that shit was hot. I was like, yo. And then Anakin and Obi-Wan sparring, Hayden and Ewan's lightsaber combat experience came in clutch there. I was like, oi, shit. Whoa. But really enjoyed it. Stellar episode. And this is what we came here for. This is what we came here for. Like, the dialogue was a bit better this episode. There were a few moments, again, with that clunkiness. But by and large, I had a good time. I enjoyed watching it. And I think the general consensus is we were just happy to see Vader tear shit up. Like, this dude went in there and ripped that ship apart like Magneto. Like, he was like, nah, I don't have, screw it. I'm ripping this apart. And it's great to know that he knew what Reva was up to the whole time, because I was like, that was my worry, is like, Reva would never get the better of Anakin. I don't care what plot point you give it. That's not running. It's like Vader getting the better of Palpatine. You can't do it. Like, he's always 10 steps ahead. Like, he'll always be thinking ahead. And the Grand Inquisitor, fine, as we know, he came in to rub the salt in the wound. I'm still kind of like, you should have finished Reva off. That's a bit like, again, one of them things that I'm like, should you really have done that? But the action was pretty cool. The shaky cam, again, stop with the shaky cam, please stop it. But a few shots, like Vader looking out at light speed, sick. The fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan in a flashback, like the duel, that was great. I'm hoping for more of that. It bodes well for the finale now. But I will say this, it confirms the leaks. It confirms the leaks. So if you're someone who's read the leaks and you're not a fan of it, yeah, you're probably not going to be a fan of the finale. Just prepare yourself for that. But again, it's all an execution for me, and I'm crossing my fingers that, crossing my fingers, my toes, my ears, that it's going to land. It's going to land. But I do have a feeling, I do have this suspicion that season 2 could potentially be on the cards. Now, I personally wouldn't want a season 2, but it really depends on the way they end this finale and where they go from here. So, guys and girls, jump in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And I think the general consensus is this episode slaps. Not perfect, not a 10 out of 10, but because nothing's a 10 out of 10. A solid 7 or 8, much better. Much better than that last one. Jesus.